If you've ever been through a hurricane or even a severe thunderstorm, chances are you've lost household power, maybe for a few hours, days, or in some cases, months. In part 3 of our series, Are You Smarter Than a Meteorologist? SNN local news meteorologists Kusik and Cassie Nall answer your question, why does the power go out?
Last year, Hurricane Sandy was a lesson for the Northeast on just how vulnerable it was to power outages. We have to look back a little further to Hurricanes Charlie and Wilma to find a time when the Suncoast was last affected.
After the 2004-2005 hurricane season, across the state, the utilities and the Public Service Commission decided that this is a time to really make the infrastructure stronger across the board.
FPL spokesperson Greg Brostowitz says the company has set aside $500 million to use over the next 3 years to make their system more resilient to hurricanes and severe weather. You can already see some of those changes around the Suncoast.
We're putting in more concrete poles, we're cutting the span in between power lines, and after seeing what happened in the north with Sandy, we're for the first time going to invest in some storm surge prevention.
So back to our main question, why does the power go out in the first place?
A lot of times outages during storms are caused by palm fronds or vegetations hitting the lines or trees falling into the lines. And that is just something, Florida has very lush, beautiful landscaping, but come storm time, it does cause a lot of power outages.
To prepare for the 2013 hurricane season, you should trim those trees, bushes, and branches away from your home. This may help to prevent outages and will help to speed up the power restoration after the storm. With 500,000 customers across Manatee, Sarasota, and Charlotte counties, how exactly does FPL decide who is the priority and who will have to wait?
During our restoration, the first thing we have to do is get our power plants back up and running and the large power lines that move electricity across the state fixed. After that, we fix our critical infrastructure facilities, your police, fire stations, hospitals, 911 centers. Those things are really essential to communities. Then after that, we restore the largest number of customers at once that we can, as well as those thoroughfares which have grocery stores, pharmacies, and such.
Living along the southwest coast of the most hurricane-prone state in the country, chances are a tropical system will affect the Suncoast this season and we will lose power. Now is the time to make plans and prepare.
Hurricanes in Florida, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when and where.
Now that we know about the dangers that a storm can pose to you and your family, seen examples of the devastation this storm can cause, and talked about what you can do to prepare for a tropical system, why do we still procrastinate on preparations for hurricane season? Is it because the storm hasn't affected the Suncoast in quite some time, or is it just part of human nature?
We sat down with a psychiatrist from the Doctors Hospital of Sarasota to answer these questions. We'll have the reasons in part 4 of our hurricane series, Are You Smarter Than a Meteorologist?